Hello everyone, all of you are welcomed on the group of S&D School. So here I am providing you the videos on behalf of S&D Public School, and our today's topic is time and tense. What is the name of the topic, beta? Time and tense. Why have I said it time and tense both? Because time and tense, I have said this because this is a combination. It is a combination of verb in relation to time. In relation to time, it means it is a relationship of verb in relation to time. So that is why I have said it what? That is why I have said it time and tense. Okay, so at the very first, what have I done for you? Actually, I have made some structures of tenses. As you can see, of present tense, of present I have made of indefinite, and that is subject, verb plus s or es plus object. And what are the helping verbs? Helping verbs are do and does. We generally need helping verbs to make negative sentence, to make positive not positive, to make interrogative sentences. Okay, now I have made shown you continuous tense structure as well. So subject and plus is mr plus v1 plus ing plus object. The same I have shown you perfect tense of present, that is subject plus has have plus v3 plus object. So all of these are the forms of verbs in the structure of present tense. As you can see, in perfect continuous tense, subject has have v1 ing been also there, and object plus since plus 4 times. Actually, how will you get it? It means perfect tense and perfect continuous tense and continuous tense. Actually, beta, perfect continuous is a combination of perfect tense and continuous tense. As you can see, in perfect tense we are using has have plus third form, as you can see, and in continuous we are using ing form. Ing form. So what have I taken? I have taken has have of perfect and ing of continuous, and to add both of these I have added one word between these, and that is been. Have you got it? So perfect continuous is a combination of both perfect and continuous tense. Okay, that is why it is called perfect continuous tense. I hope it is understood to you up to now. So let us move on the topic towards past structure. I have given you the structure of past as well, where we use second form in the affirmative form, affirmative formation. We use second form, and as well as we use did for the helping verb. We use did for the helping verb. You can also look for continuous structure of continuous tense, in which we are using was verb plus ing plus object, the same as of perfect tense, had plus v third. So I hope all of you are very well known to these concepts of structures. Yes, which makes you make you trouble, that is what? That is future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. But in future perfect tense we are using will, shall and have plus third form. Have plus third form, will, shall, have plus third form. One thing that you must know, that in perfect continuous of future, in perfect continuous of future we do not use since, we are using from at the place of since. So at the place of since, in perfect continuous tense we use what? We use from. Okay, if you want to write all the structures, you can take a screenshot of it. I hope up to here it is understood to you. Now what you have to do, you can write the structures. Let us continue our topic on the concept based on this based on this topic. So concepts based on tense. So how will we use present indefinite tense in a sentence? Structure you have already seen above. Now we are here to learn where we use present indefinite tense. So at the very first, it is used to express the following. It means it is used to express the following. What? The very first is habitual action. Which type of action, beta? Habitual action, in which first sentence is Mukesh goes to bed at 10 p.m. daily. Second sentence, Sunil generally comes late. Third sentence, he always comes here on Sunday. So in all of three sentences, we are telling anybody's, we can say, regular action as well as habitual action. Okay, so in the very first sentence, one word is given there, that is daily, which is telling us what? Which is telling us regularity of the action. And in second sentence, what is given? In second sentence, we are given generally, which is telling us the regularity of the action. And in third sentence, we are given always. So what these all are? In reality, all of these are adverbs of time. All of these are adverb of time. All of these are adverb of time. And in the same sense, we are using adverb of time, which will tell us the action timing of taking place. Okay, so which will tell us the taking place of any action. Now let us move on to our second point. What it is given? It is given universal truth. As you know, what are the universal truths? Beta, universal truth are those which we are given in the form of reality. They are real actions actually. They are real and they always keep the same, they always remain same. Okay, so such as for the very first sentence, Newton felt that. Actually, Newton felt in ancient time. Newton felt in ancient time. Ancient time, he is no more now, but the concept here is that when he felt, we are talking about the time when he felt. So that is why I have used a second form. He felt at one time of. Okay, the gravitational force I have used here attracts everything towards it. Why I have used attracts? Because the gravitational force attracts everything towards it. It is universal truth. It was taking place in past. Okay, beta, I will make you understand this with this. Okay, look here. Suppose it is past and here it is present. It is present and it is future. Okay, so what present indefinite says? Present indefinite says suppose any action which took place in past and that action is also taking place in present and that action will also take place in future in the same sequence. If any action takes place in present as well as past as well as future, it means if any action takes place in past, present and future in all tenses, we keep that action in present indefinite. If any action takes place in past, present and future in all regularly or with an regular interval of time, we use present indefinite in that case. So as we can see, very first sentence, gravitational force attracted at that time when Newton felt. Gravitational force is attracting everything today also towards it, and gravitational force will also keep attracting in future everything towards it. If today if today I fall, we can say that I fall an apple from a tree, or an apple falls from a tree, it will definitely go downside. If I if I threw a ball in the air, it will definitely come down to me. So it means these are what universal truth. Okay, let's have a look on the second sentence. If we pour oil on water, it floats. इट मीन्स अगर पानी में तेल डालते हैं तो वो कैसा करेगा बेटा? दैट विल फ्लॉट्स. फ्लॉट्स मीन्स ऊपर रहेगा, तैरेगा. दैट विल नॉट सिंक इन द वाटर. ओके, because of density, both of these viscosity, so that science chapter I don't know about that, but I'm telling you that is because of the we can say the surface density of both materials. Now let us have a look on third. The trees gives, I have used here gives. Is it correct or wrong form? Gives will not come beta, it will come here give. As in subject verb agreement, I have taught you which verb will be used as singular and which will be used as plural. So here the answer will be give. Okay, now the next is newspaper headlines. Newspaper headlines: how the Prime Minister visits the hospital to meet coronavirus victims. It means whenever you look at any newspaper and whenever you look at its headlines, you will definitely notice one thing, and that is you can even look in any of the newspaper, whether it is Hindustan Time, the Hindu, any of the newspaper for English language, you will see that all the headlines will be given in all the headlines will be given in present indefinite tense. Okay, now let's have a look on another heading, that is Ratan Tata provides 50 crore to the PM Cares Fund for the help of victims of coronavirus. Better, these are headings and the content will be given inside it. So content can be in any tense, but the main heading that is given in bold letters on the upper side of any of the paragraph, that heading will only be in which tense? Present indefinite tense. I hope it is understood to you up to now. So there are three conditions: habitual action or regular action, universal truth actions, newspaper headlines. All are kept in what? All are kept in present indefinite. One more thing you can add to it, if you have your notebook, you can add that thing also. Whenever we do sports commentary, whenever we do sports commentary, so for sports commentary, we definitely use what? We definitely use present indefinite tense there. Okay, for sports commentary also we use present indefinite tense. So now let's move on towards the topic next. So what the next concept says? Beta, the next concept says that if, as I have told you in the upper sentence, I will show you those sentence also. I made you notice on some of the points. Which are those? Such as daily, such as generally, such as always. Actually, beta, these are adverbs. These are adverbs. Adverbs of time. So adverbs of time always tell us the timing of action and the nature of action. Okay, so what the rule number 1 says regarding this concept? Rule number 1 says some of the adverbs which express time, such as always, often, sometimes, seldom, never, hardly, generally, usually, occasionally, rarely, habitually, daily, etc., are used to express any habitual or regular action. If these are used in a sentence, they represent a present indefinite tense. It means if any of these adverbs of time, these are adverb of time. So as I told you, adverb of time will be the main key in tenses to solve the sentence. Okay, so as we will focus on the first sentence given there, and you have to learn these all we can say adverbs, and even you can take a meaning of all. As you can see, always means that will take place regularly, often means that will also take place regularly, and sometimes means that is means time to time regularly. So all of these are telling regularity, either or habitual action. Okay, with these words we express we generally express only habitual or regular actions. That is why the adverbs will tell us what? Will tell us regularity of any action. Okay, now let's have a look on the first sentence. He usually speaks in English in S&D public school. So it is given here usually. So usually is an adverb of time, and as you can see, this is also written here usually. So this usually, if given in sentence, we will use present indefinite tense. We will use present indefinite tense. Let's have a look on second sentence also. Ram rarely comes. So in this sentence, what is given? Rarely. We are given rarely. Rarely means beta which takes place very, we can say very less time. Suppose anything happens once in a year, or we can say, or once a decade, so that means that is what? That is an action which takes place rarely. So rarely means which takes very less time, very few times. Okay, so that is why we are using here this kind of format. Is it clear to you? You have to learn all the adverbs given there so that you may clear those in your notebook as well. Okay, now let us take another round for the next part. In the next page, next point says some other adverbs which represents present indefinite are. It means some other adverbs I have given to you which will represent present indefinite tense. So what are those adverbs? So at the very first I have given every. One word there in English, that is every, and with every what must be there? There must be time. So if you are given with every any type of time, such as every month, every year, every decade, every second, every, we can say any other word, every minute, or we can say every week. So if any of the time word given with every, that means it is representing any regular action or habitual action. We will use what? We will use indefinite tense, present indefinite, that means v1 form, v1 form. Okay, now let's have a look on the second point. What second point says? The second point is saying that cardinal number, any, what is cardinal number? 1 2 3 4 5 6. I have discussed this in subject verb argument topic also. Okay, cardinal number, and then multiple word, any multiple, then after that a, and then time. If this formation, look at the first word, once a day, so 1 is a cardinal number and times is given there, once means ek bar. Okay, then what is given? A is given there and day is given. Day is what? Day is time. So if you are given any such sentence in which you are given any cardinal number as well as you are given any a there, and after that you are given any time, then you will use only which tense? Present indefinite. Twice a week, twice a month. For example, we can take I celebrate my birthday in orphanage every year. Orphanage every year. So in this sentence, celebrate is the verb and celebrate is used in first form just because of every year. Because of every year it is used in a sentence. Second sentence says we take food twice a day. Now what is given there? It is given twice a day. Because of that we are using only first form here. I hope it is clear to you up to now. Now what rule number second says? Beta, this is very important for you. This tense is used to express possession. Possession means to show our right, that it is mine, that is called possession, or to show any relation with any object, that is called possession. So look at the very first sentence, I am having a pen. I am having a pen. So it means have shows possession. Have means I have a pen means my pen. Okay, I am showing possession to it. And as you know, this tense is only used to show possession on any what? Any object. That is why the first sentence is given wrong mark. Now let us have a look on second sentence. I have a car. It is what? It is a correct sentence. Why? Because to show possession we use only first form, v1 form. Look at third sentence. Sunil is owning a new house. So in this sentence owning is given here, owing. So owning is given, Sunil is owning a new house. In this sentence it is wrong because owning also shows what? Ownership. It also shows ownership, that is why it is wrong. So we have to use which? We have to use first form only. So the correct sentence is Sunil owns a new house. Okay, is that clear up to you up to now? I hope it is clear to you. Now let us take a round on rule number 3. What rule number 3 says? Rule number 3 says both. Which both? Both present indefinite, both present indefinite and present continuous tense can be used. It means we can use present indefinite and present continuous, both can be used to express any fixed or pre-planned action of future. It express future time there. It express future time there. It means we can use present indefinite and present what? Present continuous to express any action which is fixed, which is pre-planned for future. Such as look at the first sentence, the college reopens in July. It means here I am using first form there, reopens. Now look at the second sentence, the college is reopening in July. So in this sentence also I am using what? Present continuous tense, look at the third sentence. Third sentence, the college will reopen in July. So in this sentence, what have I done? I have used future indefinite tense. So what is the point with all these? All of these sentences are correct. All these three sentences are correct. We can use any of these to express the fixed work of future. We can use any of these to express the fixed work of future. Now some one note is given there. Note means something important about these. In these types of sentences, we are given, actually we are given, it is given by mistake, it is written give, we are given some adverbs with which expresses, actually it is which expresses future time. In these type of sentences we are given some adverbs which expresses future time, such as tomorrow, next day, next week, next year, in July, in March. So we will be given some adverbs like this which will express the fixed or pre-planned action of future. So I repeat again, to express any pre-planned action of future we can use all tenses, that is present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, and future indefinite tense. Okay, now let us have a look on rule number 4. Rule number 4 says, if we want to express the statement of any author or definition of any person, we use present indefinite tense. In this we can add also, if we want to show anybody's quote, that anybody has given some words to the society, some famous lines to the society, that can also be added in it. So let us have a look on the first sentence. Keats means beta John Keats. John Keats was a very nice poet. So he has written a book, or many books even, but this book that is written there, A Thing of Beauty is Joy Forever. So this book we are generally studying in our academic also, in school level this book is also there. So we are using here, which we are using here is means be form of be. So form of be are there, many form of be are there, such as is, am, are, was, were. So these all are form of be. So with form of be we can use what? We can use is as present indefinite tense. Okay, so let us look at second sentence. Mahatma Gandhi says do or die. Do or die, we can even say here said. Mahatma Gandhi said and John Keats said. Okay, so with these lines we can say that this is the quote given by Mahatma Gandhi, and the upper one is what? Upper one is a what beta? Is what? A statement given by author. Statement given by author. I hope it is understood to you up to now. Now let us move on towards rule number 5. What rule number 5 says? Better, rule number 5 is related to conditionals. It is related to conditionals. So if we talk about a conditional sentence in which we state any universal action, we use both clauses in present indefinite tense. It is very important. But a zero conditional, as when our classes started on Zoom app, or before Zoom app, when Zoom app was not we can say that introduced to us, before that I was giving you some assignments on conditional in which zero conditional is given. If you have any query you can look at those conditionals again. So zero conditional, if we talk about a conditional sentence in which we state any universal action, we use both clauses in present indefinite tense. It means that, such as, look at the first sentence. If we heat water, actually it is heat. If we heat water, it boils. So heat is the what? First form. Okay, so if we heat water, it boils. So this is what? This is only one thing, and that is first form, and it boils, that is also first form. So it is what? It is universal truth. Whenever we heat water, it definitely gets boiled. So it means this is what? This is universal truth. So if in a conditional sentence you are given any universal truth action, then both clauses will be kept in present indefinite tense. I hope it is understood to you up to now. Now look at the second point. If you throw anything towards sky, if you throw anything towards sky, it returns back to the earth. So it is also what? It is a universal truth. Obviously, whenever we throw anything towards sky, it returns back to the earth. So it is also a universal truth. That is why both verbs are kept in indefinite, throw and returns. I hope it is clear to you up to now. Now look at the second part. What is the second part? First conditional. What is the first conditional here? First zero conditional, and then second one is first. It is also in those conditional topic given there. So what is the conditional word here? If or when. If in a sentence you are given if or when, then with the first you are given subject plus v1 plus s or es plus object. It means in this conditional we are not talking about any kind of universal truth. Okay, then if it would be universal truth, then the concept will go for zero conditional, but we are talking about first conditional. In this it is not universal truth. So what is the structure there? That if plus if or when, that clause will be v1 plus s or yes, it means present indefinite, and the second one will be in future indefinite tense. Look at the first sentence. If you run fast, you will win the race. If you run fast, you will win the race. And here one first form is run and will win is the next. So you will use present indefinite and future indefinite combination there in first conditional. When he comes here, he will help us. So when he comes is the present indefinite and will help is the future indefinite. So whenever you are talking about first conditional, you will use in this case that first should be what? Present indefinite, and second should be what? Future indefinite. Okay, I hope it is clear to you up to now. Now let's have a look on the present continuous tense as well. What is present continuous and what is its action? Beta, it represents any action which is going on at the time of speaking. It means whenever we are talking, we are speaking, we are doing, it is that action which is going on at that time, at that point of time. Example first is I am speaking and you are listening to me. As obviously I am speaking for you and you are listening to me, it is also what? It is a present continuous tense example. I am teaching you, present continuous tense, and you are listening to me. Obviously we are talking about present continuous tense, so this is also an example for our we can say that our concept of present continuous. So there are also some rules. So what is the rule number 1? What does rule number 1 says? If in a sentence we are given some adverbs, here we also have some adverbs. So what are those? Some adverbs, as I have given some adverbs for present indefinite, which will tell you that the action regularity is being told, as I'll show you again which are those adverbs. Better, these are those adverbs which will show you what? Regularity of any action. And the same for present continuous, we also have some adverbs which will tell you that we are talking about such an action which is about present continuous. Okay, so which are the words? First is now, second is at present, third is at the moment, fourth is this time, fifth is currently, sixth is at the moment, this moment, and after that is nowadays. What is the word? Nowadays. And the next is these days. If you are given any of these words in a sentence and you have to fill in the blank with any of the verbs, then you will use present continuous tense there. You will use present continuous tense there. Look at the first sentence here given. The first sentence is I am teaching you from home these days. Obviously it is going on nowadays. As you can see, these days we are being I am teaching you from my home. So this is also an expression of present continuous tense. Look at the second sentence also. Our English teacher is writing a book on grammar nowadays. So in this what adverb is given? Adverbial phrase nowadays, and the upper one was given these days. So if you are given these adverbial phrases or adverbs, you will use present continuous tense there. I hope it is clear to you up to now. So what is advanced note given there? Look at advanced note. Some actions such as see, hear, smell, notice, look, love, hate, like, dislike, satisfy, hope, doubt, accept, want, desire, wish, please, forget, remember, forget. Two times I have written. Believe, know, trust, own, possess, have, consist, contain, comprise, include, cost, and resemble. These actions are not used in continuous tense. Beta, make it very clear to your mind. These actions are not used in present continuous and perfect continuous of any tense. It means these verbs are not used in present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. We use these verbs in present indefinite tense, and if suppose past sentence there, then past indefinite, suppose future sentence there, then future indefinite. Okay, clear up to now? Yes, now what will we do in these? Better you have to make these verbs very clear to your mind, so that you may very clearly write or learn these. Okay, so now let's have a look on the next part also. So what is in, I have given some example there. She is knowing him very well. She is knowing him very well. So know is also a verb among these. So what will we do? We will not use knowing there because knowing can't be used. We will say she knows him very well. Next sentence is I am feeling that you are right. So this is also incorrect sentence. What is the correct? I feel that you are right, because this is also an action which will tell you what? Which will tell you that we will not use indefinite tense. Okay, now let's have a look on this. If the above verbs are used in natural action, it means above verbs means if these verbs are used in natural action, we use present indefinite tense. Natural action means, I will tell you, I will clear this thing to you also. If these are used in natural action, we will use present present indefinite tense. But when we use them as synthetical action, we can use them in continuous tense as well. I'll clear this thing to you. Let's have a look on the sentence. And one more thing there, if we are using these verbs in continuous form, they will also give some other meaning than the real. Okay, let's have a look. I repeat my words again. They, if we use them in continuous for any synthetical action, they'll give another meaning than that of real. Okay, so what is that? Let's have a look on the first sentence. I see her. Okay, first sentence is this one is the first. Her elder brother is seeing the governor tomorrow. So in this sentence, what I am doing, see, actually his होना चाहिए था यहाँ पर बेटा, there should be his. So his elder brother is seeing the governor tomorrow. So here should be his. So his elder brother is seeing. So what is he seeing there? Is seeing means, here see means to meet. It means his elder brother is meeting the governor tomorrow. Is meeting the governor tomorrow. Why are we using is meeting? Because it is any fixed or pre-planned action for future. That is why we are using what? We are using is meeting or is seeing. Okay, as I have told you in previous rule, we had discussed this thing. Now look at the second sentence. I see her singing a song in the bedroom. So here the word is see. Here I am showing that it is a natural action. It is a natural action. Now look at third sentence. I am seeing her singing a song in bedroom. Here it is wrong. It is a wrong format. I can't use this format. Look at the fourth sentence. The flower is smelling sweet. So this sentence is also wrong, because the flower smells sweet. It is a natural action. So whenever we talk about natural actions, we will use what? We will use present indefinite. And whenever we talk about not natural action but synthetically, we can use what? Present indefinite tense. Is that clear? Very nice. Now let's have a look on present perfect tense. What present perfect tense? It represents the action that has just finished, or it finished earlier, but we are showing its effect on present. Better read the that sentence again. It represents the action that has just finished. that has just finished. It means that action has just finished just a moment before, okay, or it finished earlier but we are showing its effect on present time, or it may possible that or it may be that the work finished earlier 10 years 5 years 6 years, but we are showing its effect on present time anyhow. Look at the first sentence, we have just completed present continuous tense. So we have just completed, so the action has just finished. Obviously we have just finished present continuous, now we are on present perfect, so this is also have just finished. Look at the second sentence, I have completed my MSc from MDU. So in this sentence also MSc suppose I completed MSc in 2017, suppose I completed 2017, but I am saying I have completed. It means anyhow I want to show the relation of that MSc to the present time, okay. Suppose I went to an interview and interviewer asked me what have you done, then I'll say I have completed this, I have completed this. So this means I want to relate those qualifications to the present, okay, in front of interviewer. Now let's have some rules related to the present perfect tense also. Rule number 1, what rule number 1 says, in this tense we use some adverbial phrases such as, another adverbial phrases for some verb for present continuous, some adverbs for present indefinite, and some adverbs for present perfect. As I told you, adverb of time will tell you which tense we have to use, okay, clear. So which adverbs are here? Please focus on that. Ever, never, already, yet, just, lately, recently, so far, up to now, up to the present, since, for, during the last week, and during the last few days. So these are some adverbs. If you find these adverbs in any sentence, you can use present perfect tense in that. Look at the first sentence, he has come recently. So here what word is given? Recently. Because of recently I am using here what? I am using here present perfect. Why are we using these kind of verbs with these words? Because these words or these adverbs themselves are telling us such a situation which has just finished, okay. Let us look at the second sentence, he has worked here for 5 years. It means he has just stopped working there, right? Look at the third sentence, Mukesh has not completed his homework yet. So in this sentence what is given? We are given yet, and because of yet we are using present perfect tense. I have never visited his home. I have never visited means suppose I say here earlier, suppose I say earlier. So earlier means before today I have never visited his home. So this is also a formation for present perfect tense. You have to learn these words so that you may use those very perfectly. Now have a look on the note. What is the note given? Beta, all note are very important. It means obviously note is very important, but this kind of note is also important. So what is in this kind of note? Ever, never are used to express to it, actually it is express, some mistakes of typing, are used to express such an action that the subject has not done earlier. It means ever and never, if we are using ever and never in any sentence, it means the subject has not done that type of action earlier. It means before that time. Look at the first structure is, it is the plus superlative degree. Either you have superlative degree or ordinal number. After that you will be given that conjunction. Then after that you will be given subject, has, have, ever, third form. Such as, look at the first sentence, this is the best movie that I have ever seen. So in this sentence what is given? This is given, or it is, both are same, no problem at all. The plus superlative degree. So the plus superlative degree given there. After that what is given there? You are given that, obviously that is given. Then you will use subject, that subject we have used. Then has or have plus ever or never, whatever. After that we will use third form. Look at the second sentence, it is the worst person that I have ever met. So you will be given this kind of format, and you have to fill this kind of verb as I have circled here. This circle verb you have to fill, and the structure will be given to you in this way. So you must be very clear, very known, very learned to these structures. So what we have to do, we have to learn all the adverbs of present perfect, present continuous and present indefinite. Okay, and those verbs also which we can't use in continuous form. Now let's have a look on the next part. What is given there? Use of since and for. Beta, it is very important, and it is given very commonly in exams, or even you can say in SSC and those exams, as well as in exams which comes in 10th and 12th standard as well. So what is a difference between since and for? Actually both of these tell us about time. What they tell us? They tell us about time, both of these. Okay, so if both of these tell us about time, so what is the difference between these? Actually, suppose I have taken 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Suppose it is the work starting point and it is the ending point. So the starting point of time is 10 a.m. So this starting point of any action will be expressed with since. And how much time we have taken up to here? 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We have considered here 1 hour. So if we have taken here 1 hour, it means that 1 hour is the duration of time, So to express any duration of time we use for, or to express any starting point of time we use since. Suppose I say suppose I say I have been working in this school since 2015. Suppose I say 2015. So in this sentence, why I have used since? Because I am telling my starting point of time when I started doing work in S&D public school, isn't it? Yes. Now how much duration I have taken up to now? I have completed 5 years. So 5 years is the duration of time. So I will use I have been working in S&D school for 5 years. It means whenever I talk about duration of time, I will use what? I will use for. Whenever I talk about starting point of time, I will use since. Some other example to make you clear with this, I have given 10 a.m. evening, July, June, Monday, 12 p.m., 29 June 1994. And for the use of for, it is used for the duration from starting point of time to the point of speaking. It means, suppose I say 1 hour, that the class was of 1 hour from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So one day, 20 hours, 20 years, 3 months, 12 years, 3 weeks. So it means it is the duration of time. If I say in fab, if I say fab, so fab is what? Starting point of time. And if I count from fab up to now, fab and then March, it means 1 month. So 1 month is what? 1 month is a duration of time that has been completed. So you must be very clearly known to these things whenever you speak any sentence. Since and for is the most important use in view to the tenses. Now let's have a look on the present perfect tense. What is present perfect tense? It is used to represent the action is continue, which is continue from any point of past. Any point of, we will use here any point of past. Beta, any point of past. Be very careful while reading this. Any point of past. So with of we will use past here. So any point of past. PAST. Okay, any point of past and it is still continue. It means suppose any work started yesterday and it is still continue. Suppose I say I am studying. So I will say I have been studying since yesterday. I have been studying since yesterday. So in this sentence, I started studying yesterday, but still the work is continue. So that to show such type of condition in which action started in past but it is still continue, we use present perfect tense. And one more thing you must be very clear, in present perfect tense you must be given since and for. Since and for, that I have already discussed with you. In such type of sentences we are given what? We are given since or for. Since or for. Okay, it must be there. Sunil has been studying on YouTube since 20 minutes. It means as you are watching this video and you have been watching this since 20 minutes will be correct or wrong. This is the question for you. Since 20 minutes will be wrong formation. Why it is wrong? Because 20 minutes is the duration, and for duration we will use for. What do we use? For. So I have been working in S&D school for 2 years. So I have used here 2 years. 2 years means it is also telling us the duration of time. Suppose I say 2018, then what will be 2018 will be the starting point of time for my working in S&D. Then I will use what? I will use since there. Okay, now let's have a look on this the given points there. What is the note there? Some verbs which can't be used in continuous and perfect continuous tense, they are used in perfect tense. Suppose you want to use present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous at the place of present perfect continuous is of such verbs which I can't use in continuous, I will use present perfect. And for such verbs which I want and for such sentences which I want to use in present continuous, and but the verb can't be used in continuous, for the place of present continuous I will use present indefinite, and for the place of what? For the place of present perfect continuous I will use present perfect. Look at the first sentence. I have been knowing him for 2 years. It is a wrong sentence. And I have known him for 2 years. It is a perfect sentence. Why? Because no can't be used in ing form. I have been believing you since 1994. So it is also a wrong formation, because believe cannot also be used in continuous form. So I have believed you since 1994. Clear? So these points you must be very clearly known to you. If anything is left, anything has skipped from your mind, you can again go to your video, you can again restart your video, you can again we can say that rewind your video, so that you can clearly look and clear your concepts. So I hope it will help you in solving your concept. And still if you find any trouble, you can contact me on my number. I'm writing my contact number here. And what is the contact number is 8295280560. It is my contact number. You can call me, you can contact me if you find any query or any question regarding this. I hope everybody enjoyed the class, and thank you so much for watching this. Thank you very much.